David?
Yes, first and foremost, hat goes off to Montana. Man, they have a great program up here. Watched them for years. It's an honor to come play in this great environment. People around town are first class, really nice people. Um, just the whole experience for us was awesome. Um, I congratulated our seniors. I just thank them so much just for their effort, the way that they grinded, the way that they kept fighting. We really became a unit this year, and I'm so proud of that. And I told them that. I said, listen, it's not about the the destination of winning a championship in terms of national championship. It was about who we became from it. We developed some really strong habits, championship habits, and watched them transition and to mature into men was awesome. And that's what it's about. And they're going to carry this moment, this time, this experience for the rest of their lives as they become husbands, fathers, businessmen, coaches, who knows. They're going to reflect on this and they're going to understand how special this season was. And I can't thank them enough. Our coaching staff, we've been through a lot as a university, and we had to overcome a lot of things during the course of the season and amidst the change in terms of resources and change and people leaving and going, and that's tough to deal with. We were resilient and we just made it in spite of that. So my hat again goes off to Montana, but my boys really played well tonight, and unfortunately the penalties, missed tackles, special teams reared this ugly head against a very experienced ball club, and we're going to learn, we're going to grow from it. And I told him, I said, listen, this is the time of year we have to do three things well: win the turnover battle, run the ball, and stop the run. And we got some turnovers, it gave us a chance, but we did not win the line of scrimmage, and that's the next step for us. So congratulations to Montana, and I'll take questions.
Title start, Mike on the phone first.
Eddie, it was 27-6 with a minute and a half left in the third quarter, and the comeback started there. What was it that sparked that comeback? Was it pride? What was it that got your offense going?
Well, I think it was the ensuing kick return, and Craig got it down to, I think, the 12.
Yeah.
And I believe we then scored a touchdown then, and then we got going. We got that spark we needed. The defense, that have been but don't break mentality, they caused a turnover that got us the ball again, a couple turnovers down at our 1 yard line, and it gave us some hope. And we were just looking for an opportunity. We just never quit. Ironically, on Monday's practice was all about getting turnovers, stripping the ball out. And I emphasized that, hey, turnovers count as two in these types of games. And it gave us a chance, and that's kind of where it all began. It was complimentary football.
I'll take questions from the media.
Coach, on Junior's first punt return, you guys were kind of backed up in your own end zone. Just what kind of went wrong, and what's it like to try to prepare for a return guy like that?
Well, we knew it was a problem. We were well aware of that he was going to be an issue. And the goal was to pin the ball to the sideline or get the ball out of bounds. And in that moment, when we were pinned back, I said, this could flip real quick because this guy's dangerous. Ball gets in the middle of the field, I didn't see a fair catch, and I'm like, oh shit. And lo and behold, man, he did it to Simo 2 years ago. And it opens up the game. And he got a guy like that that's deadly like that. That's what happened. We didn't cover, we didn't get down there in enough time, and the rest was history. The same holds true on the sideline. I told my special teams coordinator, kick the ball out of bounds, and punter tried to kick the ball out of bounds, but he didn't get it out of bounds. Clearly, he makes the catch on the sideline and missed tackles, and he takes it back again. So it was very disappointing because we harped on that, and I really emphasized, hey, special teams has to be special, especially in this environment against this returner. You've got to be the star of the show. It just didn't happen for us, so we will learn and grow from it.
Then you mentioned the line of scrimmage battle for Montana's defensive front. What was kind of going right for them, and did that kind of play into effect with the bad snap that happened near the end?
Yeah, they did a really nice job of limiting our run game. I wanted to see more efficient runs. Just never really got into a good rhythm within that. I think we had maybe 69 yards or under 100 yards rushing. You gotta come in here and get a victory. You gotta control the line of scrimmage, and the crowd noise was a problem for us, and that's my fault. I take full responsibility for not having them prepared for the crowd noise, because we found ourselves jumping off sides, and we've never done that. It was uncharacteristic for us, and we didn't have an answer in terms of, we can't tell them to go silent because of certain things within our operation that the quarterback couldn't do. But that's a learning experience for me, that I got to make sure, when we are in these types of environments, that we're prepared for that, and that was an issue. I've heard stories, but it ain't nothing like I played in some venues that were loud. Baltimore and that team up north. By the way, the hell with them, they beat our boys today, so double whammy today. Wisconsin, so for Penn State, but this place is equally as loud, and it wasn't even full. So I can only imagine what it's like when there's a packed house and there's a hornet's nest. So, but that's what we have to learn to do is in those moments, we've got to maintain composure. We've got to be sure of our operation, because that was a big loss for us. The ball going over our snap of our head once we got some momentum going.
Coach, to play off into that, I mean, you guys played at North Dakota State earlier this year. Has this team over the last few years seen an environment like this, or playing some of these FCS schools, or is this the first time, or I guess how would you compare it to what you guys have seen?
Oh man, NDSU was loud. It wasn't loud long because they were kicking our ass. But what we learned from that was, hey, this is, if we want to be this type of team in the end, this is what we have to do, the little things. Just as our strength and conditioning coach took a picture during the timeout of their huddle versus our huddle. Our huddle was very fragmented. Nobody was together. You look at their huddle, everybody was together. It's the little things, the extra effort on special forces, in terms of special teams, in terms of coverage, going the extra mile. That stuff matters. It's the little things. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see, hey, the guys looking, hey, you make the play. No, you make the play. That's what happened on the sky kick. Somebody wait for somebody else to make the play. You've got to have a higher sense of urgency in those situations. So it's a great learning experience that we came here. We didn't play our best game, but we kept fighting, and we made it a game deep into the fourth quarter, and we want to continue to close the gap against these upper echelon FCS teams. And the only way we can do that is coming out here, getting the experience, seeing the culture. What helps us is not just playing against the team, but just looking at the environment. Okay, facilities, the first class people, the service, how everything about it, we're taking notes. And I'm like, okay, this is what we need to do, both on the field and off the field, to get TSU to this level. We're capable of doing that. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. It hurts that we can't go on, but in order to get there, we have to go through it. And this is a part of the process. God willing, if I'm here for the next 5-6 years, it's going to take us time to become an elite program where we're consistent and we're sustainable. And this is what we have to do. So it was a great lesson learned tonight.
And then you spoke about the turnovers, just how important that was going to be. Those 3 second half turnovers, how big were those in getting you guys coming back, and what can you say about your guys' team making the comeback after being down?
I mean,
for a while?
we emphasize it, we talk about it, we work on it daily, stripping the ball out, we work on various techniques, from tomahawk to getting our knuckles on the ball. First guy gets in, secure the tackle, next guy gets in, knuckle the ball, raking out, punching from behind. So we're learning all those various techniques of how to get it out, and it's emphasized, and it plays major. And I think our guys truly understand it now, just how important it is, you know, to work on those techniques throughout the year to win the turnover battle, because tonight it gave us a chance to get back into a game that could have easily gotten out of hand. This game could have gone, you know, been 54-10, you know, 50 some odd. It could have been ugly, but they gave us an opportunity to get back in the game and make it a game in the fourth quarter.
Just one for me. Your evaluation number 10, Montana's running back, and what happened on that big run, the 59-yard scamper that kind of broke it open?
We had him behind the line of scrimmage. I thought it was going to be a loss of 4. I'm ready to call a timeout. You know, jump into 2-minute mode. You know, hopefully we can get the ball back and drive down, at least tie up the game, or tie the game up and go for 2 to win it right there. But Gilman, man, I watched him all week. Listen, I played running back. I know a good one when I see one. He's very patient. He sets up his blocks well, runs behind his pads, tough to bring down, especially in cold weather. And it showed up. We did not get him on the ground. I mean, stiff armed the guy on the sideline, cut it back, stayed in bounds, and went off the score. So, you know, he's a special back. And, you know, that's what you have to have in November and December, is a back that can take over a game. And he did just that at 139 yards rushing. So, yeah, did a good job.
Any other questions for Coach? Mike, any more questions?
No, I'm good. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Thank you.